Good luck, Ross.
Yeah, you too, bud.
All right. Welcome, everyone here, all those surveyors of trivia out there in internet land and whatnot. Welcome to tonight's presentation for Titan Trivia. This will be our final qualifiers match to determine the last person in the quintet of who will be going for that singles belt here in a short amount of time. I am your host, Robert Kastner, or Bob Barker, because I am the host, and I'm one of the better hosts there is, as you can tell by this introduction. I'm just kidding. But I'm here tonight to shepherd us to this final spot to see who will be going in between Christopher Day and Russell Howe. So we're going to go ahead and do some brief introductions. I'll do some brief interviews, and then we'll get into the rules and the stakes for round number one. So introducing first into our match, he is here coming in to earn a title for his late brother. Some have deemed him one of the greatest players in fan league history, as he has 2 trivia singles belts under his wing. He's hoping to get a third here shortly if he gets a chance to win this. We are going to speak to Christopher Day. Chris, welcome to tonight's match. I hope you're all ready. How are you feeling going into this contest with Russell?
I'm going to be honest, it's cool to be here. Obviously, yes, I am fighting this. Honestly, when you could become a competitor, I joined 4 years ago. I never thought in my life, my world, that I would, come into what is a competing against some of the best that I know. And, I haven't had the chance to face Russell yet. So, I really like the idea. Me and Russell come from the old school. We're in the old school. I mean, this is kind of some of the last guys from the old school era. A lot of them have moved on, but, me and Russell sticked around. Obviously, for people who don't know, Russell is was the tag team partner of Chance, one of the greatest competitors in the history of this game, in my honest opinion, especially with fan trivia. So to be able to go against Russell, I mean, it's an honor, but just know that you're going against a competitor like myself who does study, who does knowledge, and who will fight to the bitter end, win or lose. I mean, you could tell by the Derek Parker match. That was my first time coming back after a couple months. Actually, it was my first match coming back since Titan Mania this year. So, coming back and officially coming out of retirement and competing for that third title, I really want to get. But if I don't, Russell was a better man. I mean, I definitely think that, this is my 49th trivia match. Think about that. That's crazy. Because, for 4 years, I've worked my ass off to get to a level. And, coming up in that 50, I will compete at War Games, no matter if it's a title or not. So, we'll see. But I'm just going to focus on the here and now, and let's just get to it. And I'm excited to face Russell, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck.
Wow. I can't believe you know exactly how many matches you've been in. That's incredible. I've been watching a lot of... As just a quick aside, I've been watching a lot of Sopranos, and when I hear people are from the old school, usually that means they shoot first, shoot again, shoot later, and ask no questions, because that's not what you do if you're old school. But that being said, Chris, thank you for letting us know how you feel going into tonight's match. That will then take us over to our other competitor. Russell, I wish I knew you better so that I knew how to give you the same kind of introduction that I give Chris. But
It's all good.
Here, Russell Howe, into this final qualifying match. How are you doing this evening? How are you feeling going against someone like Chris with Chris's pedigree?
I mean, I feel good, man. I'm just glad to be competing. I'm down to compete whenever. So when Chris asked me, I was going to do it. I treat everybody the same, man. Anybody can get hot asking or answering questions. You know what I mean? You don't undermine anybody. You pretty much kind of treat everybody as is, and you just got to do the best that you can. And the game's on you. So that's kind of how I take it, man. I just take it face value and just keep rolling. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been in a bunch of matches myself. I don't have a count. There's no need to count. I'm into it. I'm just ready to get this match on the way.
He's had like 30 or 40. Let's be honest.
I've had a bit. I've been in it. I've been in the matches, man. So we've played some. I mean, I've played some, great competitors. Chance was my partner. We were making our run to the tag championship, and that's when he ended up getting called up to the Schmodown. So we never got that shot to get what I thought we were going to get. I thought, we were pretty much a really, really solid team because he obviously had the knowledge. And then other things that he didn't know, I made up for. So I think we were really, really good hand in hand like that. But my new teammate Matt Queller, I think we're doing, we're starting over from scratch. So we're trying to build up, the tag team status once again. But I'm just happy to compete, man.
Any just quick additional question before we get started with the rules? Anything that your experience with Chance or anybody else can do to prepare you for something where you're about to be a step there to get a title?
Yeah, I just think, it's different in tag team because you feel like there's more pressure on you to compete because of the fact that you don't want to let anybody down. Singles is a little bit easier because it's just yourself. So you're only letting yourself down. You know what I mean? The pressure's less, I think, in singles as it is in doubles, because I feel like tag, you're like kind of relying. You don't want them to rely on one person. You know what I mean? I think coming out of that, a lot of the things were like, oh, well, Russ, how's he going to do after he gets out of the shadow of Chance and stuff like that. So it was pretty much facing like that question and stuff like that. So like whenever I go to compete and I didn't win or something like that, it's like, oh, well, he wasn't as good as, he was back then, or, Chance really carried him. And I just don't want it to be like that, man. It's,
I've been there. I understand.
And we know our thing. So it's like, I don't go through this regime where I study. It's like I watch movies and I retain certain things. You know it, you don't. You either know it or you don't. And that's where I'm at on that. So, I'm just looking for a great match. That's all.
And I anticipate it will be. I understand the feelings of not wanting to let people down. I know that very well. One of our other competitors knows what it's like to kind of drag someone to a title. I won't say exactly who, but he knows who he is, and the other person knows who they are. So with that being said, introductions, interviews are out of the way, so we're ready to get started here with round one. If you've ever watched a Schmodown, you know what round one usually consists of. Standard pen and paper round. 8 different questions, 8 different movie categories. You're going to write it on your tablet or pad or whatnot, whatever you have in front of you. You have 15 seconds to complete your answer and display it while verbalizing it, saying it out loud. When the countdown is up, please make sure you have pens up and hands on screen, although they should try to be on screen at all times. If you get the question correct, you get 1 point. If you get it wrong, you neither gain nor lose a point. There is no stealing in round one. If anybody manages to get all 8 questions correct, they will be allowed to answer a bonus question for an additional point. So please also note that you have 4 repeats to use throughout the match, of which we will be counting and making sure that you're aware of how many you have and how many you have left over. So does anybody have any questions about what we have going in here into round one?
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right. Chris, you ready? Russell,
Yeah.
are you ready?
Rock and roll, yep.
Do it.
All right, gentlemen, let's put in some work. This will take us into round one, question one. Obviously, we're getting close to scary times. Question one will be in the category of horror. Who plays the patriarch of the Criticos family, Arthur, who inherits his uncle's mansion in the 2001 film 13 Ghosts? Some would say that 1 ghost is too many, but it has 13, so it's a bad time.
Can you repeat that?
Chris, you asked for a repeat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be your first repeat. In the category of horror, who plays the patriarch of the Criticos family, Arthur, who inherits his uncle's mansion in the 2001 film 13 Ghosts? I know there's an original to this. I have not seen it because for a while, as a young child, I did not acknowledge that films before 1970 existed. But apparently this one does. So that's cool. We will give a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens up, everyone. We will go ahead and get started with Chris Day first.
I just guessed out of my ass. I've never seen the movie. I guess Anthony Hopkins.
That is unfortunately incorrect. We'll go ahead over to Russell.
Matthew Lillard?
You are very close. He is in the movie. He plays Dennis. The correct answer is Tony Shalhoub.
Okay.
Okay.
He plays the dad. He gets the mansion.
All right.
The kids run around without any supervision. He's a good dad. But that being said, we'll go ahead. No threats of a perfect round. We'll go right into question 2. This is going to be in the category of Oscars. For which film did Katharine Hepburn win her 4th and final acting Oscar? Don't know much about the woman. I do know that Kate Blanchett won an Oscar for playing her, which is a rarity, winning Oscars for playing other people who have won Oscars. But it did happen at some point. And obviously Hepburn's a very famous name. So usually that means you're a pretty good actor. Usually one of the top 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pens up. All right, we'll go ahead to Russell first this time.
Was it on Golden Pond?
It is indeed on Golden Pond. That is the correct answer. And then Chris, we'll go ahead to you.
On Golden Pond.
All right, good sweep, everyone. Got that taste of that stupid 13 ghost question out of our mouths. We're on the right track here, 1-1 as we go to question 3, which is in the category of directors. What 2 films released in 1939 did Victor Fleming direct that received considerable praise and award recognition from the Academy? Or, to make a long story short, what 2 films did Victor Fleming direct in 1939? I did learn from my research that one of these movies he only directed about 50% of, and there should have been other directing credits, but he got the sole bill on it. So we remember him as one of the best and having one of the best years, even though he kind of took some advantage and took credit for things he didn't necessarily do. So that's okay. We all do that at some point in our lives, probably. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, everyone. We will go ahead and go back to Chris.
The Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind.
That is correct. And then Russell?
Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind.
All right, everybody's cooking now. We're cooking with gas, fellas, as we go ahead into our 4th question here, which is in the category of franchise films. And simply put, how many Star Wars films were theatrically released in the 2010s? All we need is a number. How many Star Wars films were released in the 2010s? I know it's bad form to repeat after saying it, but I like to do it because I don't believe that people fully understand what I'm saying, so I just want to make sure everybody knows. But that's how I host, and if you don't like it, make a comment. But in that case, you can make up to 5 comments, perhaps. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens up, everyone, and we will go to Russell.
5.
That is correct. And then Chris?
You said 2010, right?
The decade.
2010. Yeah.
Oh.
In the decade.
I said 7. Because I thought you said 2010.
No, I said 2010 as the decade.
Can I challenge that? Because I didn't hear that very, very well.
You want to check? Okay. I mean, we can certainly...
See, I got mixed up because I thought you said how Star Wars films were released theatrically in 2010, and then I thought 7.
No, I think I understood the question. He meant how many were theatrical in the decade of the 10s.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. No, I mean I understood because you had Rogue One, Solo, and then the 3 episode movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think in this case, if both of you had misheard and it was not very obvious what I said, I would honor the challenge. I do not have anybody to rely on, so I'm just going to make a judgment call. I'm going to go ahead and deny the challenge. So we'll give the point to Russell, and we'll just go ahead and move on.
Okay.
All right. So that takes us to the halfway point of round 1. We're going to go into question 5, which is in the category of famous actors and actresses. Keanu Reeves has played 2 different roles, Point Break and The Replacements, where he was a college quarterback from the same university. What university were those characters from? There's a very funny joke about this university that if you drive through the city in which it's housed, you get an honorary degree from this university. And that's a joke for Pennsylvania. Was that a repeat?
Yeah.
Okay. That's Chris's second repeat. This is in the category of famous actors and actresses. Keanu Reeves has played two different roles, Point Break in The Replacements, where he was a college quarterback from the same university. What university was it?
Okay, I got it. All right, thank you.
I almost kind of gave it away because I wasn't thinking about where it is I was from and how that would relate to thinking about this question.
Too
But,
bad.
what?
Karma from the last match.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Karma's a bitch, and then you die. But in this case, we'll go to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll go ahead and we'll start right back at the top with Chris.
Ohio State?
It is the Ohio State University. And Russell?
Ohio State.
Get a college degree there, let's be honest.
Yes, that's right. That was the joke if you're from Pennsylvania, that if you drive through Columbus, you get an honorary Ohio State degree. But
yeah.
I don't want to badmouth people who enjoy Ohio State. So we'll just go ahead and we'll move on. We're going to go to question 6, which is in the category of comedy. The yuck yuck. The ha ha.
What's that?
Did you give your answer?
Yeah, Ohio State.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't.
No, you're good.
You got it right. So we're currently at a score of 4-3 with Russell in the lead as we go to question 6, which again is in the category of comedy. In the movie In Bruges, who plays Harry Waters, Ray and Ken's employer, who sends them on their assignment to Belgium and eventually shows up to follow through on a disobeyed order? Do very, very much enjoy this movie. I have not seen it in a very long time, but I also enjoy all the movies.
One of my favorites for sure.
Absolutely. Some would say, if you were into stupid host jokes, that it's in your top 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And pens down. We'll go ahead back to Russell.
Hopefully this one was right. Is it Ray Fiennes?
It is indeed Ray Fiennes. Yes, that is correct. And Chris?
Ray Fiennes.
All right. So these questions seem like we got over the bad taste of the first one, and it seems like everybody's cooking here. So we'll go ahead into our penultimate question, which is question 7 in the category of classics. In Casablanca, what song does Ilsa Lund ask Sam, the house pianist, to play that Rick Blaine has strictly forbade from playing in his nightclub? Came up in another horror movie I watched called The Mandela Effect. And it really made me pine to watch this movie again, although I did not, because I didn't actually know where to get it from. But I'll figure it out at some point. But with that being said, we'll go ahead and do our countdown to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down, and we'll go back to Chris for his answer.
It goes by.
Can you show it?
Yeah.
That is unfortunately incorrect. That is not the full title.
As
Russell?
time goes by.
It is As Time Goes By, not just Time Goes By.
Ah, fuck it.
I can't. If it's the title, I gotta stick to the title. So unfortunately, Chris, I cannot give you the point on that. And this will lead us to our 8th and final question in round 1, which is in the category of 1990s teen movies. I was very specific on this one. In 1990s teen, in the movie Clueless, what famous painter does Cher reference in recognition of her frenemy Amber's appearance, claiming that, quote, "From far away it's okay, but up close it's a big old mess," end quote. Don't know much about this painter. I just know that he's referenced in this particular scene, and I really enjoy it. Because this was right in my wheelhouse, Clueless. Chris, did you ask for a repeat?
Yeah, I did.
That's your 3rd repeat, so you only got 1 left.
I know.
But this is question 8 in the category of 1990s teen. In Clueless, what famous painter does Cher reference in recognition of her frenemy Amber's appearance, claiming that, quote, "From far away it's okay, but up close it's a big old mess," end quote. Wish I was more cultured. Wish I could speak more about paintings and art and the like, but unfortunately I can't. And we can't go to museums nowadays, so who really cares? But that being said, we'll go into our countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down, everyone, and we'll go to Russell as we get to this last question.
Total stab at it. Picasso?
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. Chris, we'll go for you for the final answer here. Okay. The answer is Monet.
Oh, okay.
The camera looks like a Monet, because from far away it's fine, but up close it's really gross. So with that being said, that's going to take us to the end of round 1. Our current score is Russell in the lead over Chris, 6-4. As we head into round 2, where boys become men and men go home because they have more important things to do. So this is a game that's still up for grabs as we go into round 2, which is the category/betting round. The rules here, we have 3 categories of actors corresponding to the letters A, B, and C. Whoever is in the lead, in this case it's Russell, he's going to choose one of the letters and hear the actor or actress for which 3 questions will be asked. If the person who he chose, if he would like another option, he has one more opportunity to select from the remaining letters, but whatever choice that he makes the second time will be locked in. Once that category is conveyed to the players, each person will write down a wager of points from 0 to 5, indicating what they are betting, and they will show me. And obviously, for the competitors, you cannot bet more than you have if it's below that threshold. If either or both contestants get 2 of the 3 answers correct, they will retain those points that they bet. If they manage to go a perfect 3 for 3 in the round, they will add whatever they wagered to their total. If they happen to get 1 or 0 questions correct, then that person or those people will lose the amount that they wrote on their paper or their boards heading into round 3. Like round 1, it is a writing and verbalization round, so you will write down your answers and say them aloud. You have 15 seconds to finish, and there will be no stealing again in this round. So again, Russell, you have the lead 6-4 over Chris. So you have the choice to pick between letters A, B, and C. Which letter would you like to pick to correspond to an actor?
Let me go with C.
C is in the category of Audrey Hepburn. Would you like to keep that, or would you like to choose either A or B?
I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to go A.
All right, he's going to go A. Didn't like Audrey Hepburn. We had a Katharine Hepburn question. A lot of Hepburns here. We're going to throw that back and toss it to category A, which is in the category of Rooney Mara. Okay. Rooney Mara.
All right.
So, gentlemen, go ahead and place your bets. I'll give you a couple seconds here, and then go ahead and let me know what those bets are, and that will be what you have the chance to earn, retain, or lose.
Oh, he's given us. Is he given the same questions I am, or I'm just going Rooney? Oh, okay.
No, you both get the same question, so that's why it's a whiteboard round.
I got you. Okay.
So, gentlemen, we'll look for your bets here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, Russell, go ahead and give me your bet.
I'm just gonna go with 2.
We'll go with 2, and then Chris, what is your bet? 2 as well. Just like mine and Antonio's match, we bet the same, so we felt like, what's the point? But either way, we're going to go ahead into our 3 questions here for Rooney Mara, starting with question 1. And much like a previous question we had, the first question in the category of Rooney Mara: for which 2 films has Rooney Mara received Oscar nominations? I forgot to mention at the top that Russell has all his repeats left. Chris has 1 left for the remaining portion of the game. Been thinking hard, thinking about Rooney Mara and things she's been in and things she hasn't. This is going to go ahead and lead us to the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, pens down. Chris, what is your answer to that Rooney Mara question?
Carol and the girl with the dragon tattoo.
That is correct. Russell?
I missed it. Social Network and Carol.
Girl with the Dragon Tattoo and Carol is correct. So now we're at a point where Chris can get the next two. He can get the points. Russell's trying to retain the points that he has. This is going to go ahead and take us into question 2, which is still in the category of Rooney Mara. For what reason do Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix meet that eventually leads to a contentious debate about relationships and falling in love with an operating system in the movie Her?
Wait, go ahead and repeat that again.
I'll do a technical repeat. In category of Rooney Mara, why does Rooney Mara and Joaquin Phoenix meet in the middle of Her, which eventually leads to contentious debate about feelings and falling in love with an operating system? There's a specific reason why they are meeting that particular day.
I'm confused.
So Joaquin Phoenix and Rooney Mara have a specific scene in the movie where they meet. They actually have lunch, and they do something as they're meeting, and they have a discussion. Why is that they're going there to have that meeting?
Yeah, we'll go with this.
It, as a small hint, it does pertain to their relationship. Let's say that. Give a few additional seconds. And we will go ahead and give a countdown here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Russell, what is your response to that particular question?
I said they're on a date / he wants her back. I don't know.
You're in the ballpark, but unfortunately that's incorrect. Chris, what do you have on your pen? Can you say it again and put the paper down a little bit?
Baby.
That is also incorrect. They meet to sign divorce papers.
Okay. All right.
In divorce.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So we're at a point where Russell, unfortunately, you are going to lose those points. Chris, you're trying to retain the points you have. This is going to take us to the third and final question to finish off this category, probably gladly so, of Rooney Mara. In the film Side Effects, why is Channing Tatum, Rooney Mara's husband, sent to prison for 4 years before completing his sentence at the beginning of the film? Why is Channing Tatum sent to prison in the movie Side Effects? I watched this one time because I had a big thing about renting movies from the library, and this came up. I thought it'd be cool because of who was in it. It was okay. It was fun. I don't know if I would recommend it. Might not be in my top 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, pens down. Chris, to retain your points, what answer do you have?
I said Frank for murder.
That's actually what happens to Jude Law on that, so unfortunately that is incorrect. Russell?
I just said killing / murder.
That is also incorrect. The answer was insider trading.
Okay. I saw that once when it came out, and that was it.
Yeah, I know. It's I thought of the 3 questions that would be the biggest curveball necessarily. But with that being said, we'll go ahead. That takes us to the end of round 2. So unfortunately, both competitors did lose their 2 points. So while the points change, the gap or the interval between them is the same, as we have Russell with 4 and Chris with 2. As we head into our final round, round 3, which is the random number category round. So the rules, each competitor will pick 3 numbers, in this case from 1 to 12. Each number will correlate to a category with a question in that category. Depending on if they selected a number first, second, or third, the question will correspond to a 2, 3, or 5-point question respectively. Since our participants will be getting different categories, no need to write down the answer. You just verbalize it within the 15 seconds. Please try to keep hands on screen at all times if you can. Whoever is in the lead after the third round will be declared the winner, and we'll move on with that coveted final spot in the five-way match. So again, Russell, you have the lead.
Wait, there's no writing answers this time, right?
Nope, you just verbalize. Since you're both getting different questions. So Russell, you're in the lead 4-2. So what three numbers would you like to pick from 1 to 12?
I'm gonna go 6, 8, and 3.
6, 8, and 3. And then Chris, what three numbers do you want that are not 6, 8, and 3?
2, 4, and 6.
He already picked 6, so you need another last number.
8, 10, and 12.
No, you could keep 2 and you want it. He already has 8 as well.
1, 2,
So
3.
do you want that?
Yeah.
He already has 3.
God damn it.
You can't pick 6, 8, and 3.
Okay. 1, 2, and 4.
1, 2, and 4. Okay. Good. We have different numbers from everyone, and this will go ahead. Since Chris, you are trailing, we will go to you first. Obviously, we'll switch back to Russell when the lead is evaporated and get to a tie or the lead changes hands. But in this case, you chose number 1 for your first category, which is in the category of action adventure. Who plays the titular baby in the 2017 movie Baby Driver?
Ansel Elgort.
That is correct. And that puts you into a tie with Russell at 4. So Russell, we're going to go ahead to your first question, which is in category 6, which is in the category of comic book movies.
All right.
What is the name of the city that acts as the main setting for Robert Rodriguez's Sin City?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this one. Oh, shit. God. I came Sin City.
I'll go ahead and give you a count of 5, 4.
I got nothing.
3, 2. No guess, no repeat.
I'm going to say the repeats. Yeah.
The answer we're looking for is Basin City.
That's right. Okay.
So with that, not necessarily because we don't have favorites or whatever, I'm going to go ahead and go back to Chris, just for posterity's sake. And Chris, you, for your 3-pointer, you chose category 2, which is in the category of movie release dates, as somebody would say. So your 3-pointer and movie release dates. What 2 Pixar films were released in the year 2015?
Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur.
That is the correct answer. That gives you 3 points and moves your lead up to 7 to Russell's 4. So Russell, we're going to go ahead and go back to you since you're trailing. You chose category 8, and category 8 corresponds to the 1970s.
All right.
What 1979 war film was a remake of a classic Best Picture movie from the 1930s and was based on the novel by Eric Maria Remarque?
1979.
1979. Yeah, go ahead, start.
Is it Apocalypse Now?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, final.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. The answer we were looking for was All Quiet on the Western Front.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right.
All right. So that's going to be... Yeah, I put the author in there too because I don't know if, like me, anybody had to read All Quiet on the Western Front when they were in high school. But yeah, that was a little bit of a toughie. But that's going to take us to Russell's 5-pointer that he needs to hit in order to keep the match going, or Chris will be declared the winner. Russell, you chose category 3.
Okay.
Which is in the category of some universe that takes place in the stars. Unfortunately, it's not that of war. It is that of Trek.
That's great. All right.
So for your 5-pointer, in Star Trek Insurrection, Worf and Picard are being attacked by Data. But in the ensuing shuttle chase, Picard plays a file from a musical to jog Data's memory. What musical is the song that Picard plays? What's the musical that the song is played from?
Musical. I have no idea. I've seen back in when this movie came out.
Remember, you do have 4 repeats.
Yeah, it's not going to do me anything, though. I don't know. I am just going to throw out a guess. I'm going to go Oklahoma. Final answer.
And your winner to get that coveted final spot in the Fatal 5-Way, Christopher Day. The answer that we were looking for, it is a toughie as a 5-pointer, is the HMS Pinafore.
Yeah, I never would have gotten that.
All right. So with a winning score of 7-4, Chris will be going on to that Fatal 5-Way. We will go ahead and catch up here with our winner, our second place finisher. I will go ahead and I will talk to Russell here first. Russell, it was a bit of a tough one. There's some questions in there that were thought of by some stupid jackass who make some somewhat difficult questions. You were in the lead there for a lot of the match. You got some categories in round 3 that were a little bit tougher. How are you feeling after this one?
I mean, I beat myself there. The questions beat me. I was up 6-4 going into round 2. Err on the side of caution. Just went with 2. I was thinking either Social Network or Dragon Tattoo. I thought Social Network was obviously more of a critical darling than Dragon Tattoo. So I knew she was in Carol. I had that. I missed that one. And then the other ones were a little bit deeper on the Rooney Mara. I felt better with that over Hepburn, so that's why I went that route. Basin City, it's been a while since I've seen Sin City, so that one didn't come to me. Yeah, like I said, the musical one, had no guess on that one. I threw out Oklahoma just for shits. And then what was the second question? I can't think of the second question in round 3.
The 70s question about the remake.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. Author, even if you threw out the author or whatever, I wouldn't have gotten that. I knew Apocalypse Now wasn't a remake. I knew it was in the 70s, so I kind of just was like, eh. But I think it was earlier in the 70s. I think. But or no, wait, that might be right. It was right around the same year. I thought 79-ish that Apocalypse Now came out. I thought. Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You fall on your sword. It was one of those ones where the round 3 beat me. I literally, I knew none of the questions, so that was the difference in the game. Chris got his question right. A little bit easier question, I thought, but I mean, overall though, he got it right still, and yeah, hats off to him.
You looking forward to coming back and playing more matches once this kind of 5-way has been all sorted out?
Yeah, I mean, I am. Now that I get the hang of how actually the format goes, the round 2 throws you for a loop sometimes just because of the fact that, it's a betting round and you're not used to betting right off the bat like that because you just got out of round 1. You just accumulated points. So then you're going to lose them all of a sudden. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more strategical, I guess, in that sense. That's why I only went 2. So I thought even if I lost points, we were going to stay gridlocked pretty much because I didn't know if he was going to get them or whatever. He would only have been up. I would have been down 2. So I could have done that in round 3 anyway. So I wasn't too concerned about it. I played it how I wanted to play it. Like I said, round 3 was the kryptonite for me.
That's fair. And hopefully next time you play, you won't get questions that are done by someone who apparently doesn't know how to.
It's all good, man.
Well, Russell, thank you for competing. I appreciate it. We'll look forward to having you more trivia matches in the future. This is going to go ahead and take us to our winner for tonight, the man behind Titan Trivia. Not that means anything, just saying. Christopher Day, you are the victor here. You are going to that Fatal 5-way with Derek Parker, Antonio Chavez, Chris Diaz, and some idiot who hosts matches on here sometimes, aka this stupid idiot right here. How are you feeling after this match? How did you feel this particular match went? How do you feel about your competitor, and how do you feel moving forward?
Honestly, I feel wiped out. This was one of the toughest matches I probably Russell ain't no joke. Russell knows his shit. So, that's for damn sure. I mean, there was questions that, we both knew, and obviously we both know our classics really, really, really well. Obviously with the time goes by, and, the other thing I wish that could have been handled a little better, but, obviously I got lucky, to be honest, because I was like, please don't let it be a TKO. Please don't let it be a TKO, because, like, he had me on the ropes for a while, and that's probably the most nervous I've ever been in a match, if I'm being completely honest. But I took a deep breath going, and round 3 helped a little bit. So, a little slow start. I mean, Russell knows it. So, Chance would be proud for sure, because Russell really did come up to play, and he really came to bat. And yeah, I mean, look, this is fifth title appearance, fifth title match. I'm 2 for 4. So, obviously, when you're going into what we're doing with this fatal 5-way, it's kind of like Hell in a Cell. It's like 5 rounds, 20. Each competitor gets eliminated. It's 20 questions per round, and one person will get eliminated each round until there's a winner. And that's, to me, is like what Armageddon in 2000 for wrestling fans was when you had all those guys together. It's gonna be it's gonna be a freaking, like, people are gonna feel like it's kind of, to me, what Hell in a Cell is. It's gonna feel gritty, and it's gonna be like overwhelming, and it's like basically going to a bloodbath. You're gonna expect a lot of people struggling in that match, and a lot of people just itching and clawing because somebody's got to be the champion. So I'm excited to see that. We're about a month away, so I'm excited. Honestly, if Russell wants a match, I could find him a competitor. I mean, he could obviously do an undercard for at War Games. Or if he wants to debate, I mean, shit, we need to get a champion for debate leagues too. So, I mean, Dave Lees has really showed up as a competitor for debating. So, and he's wants that title. I mean, if Russell's up for it, and if Russell's really good at debating, I think, right? It's completely up to him.
I'll probably stay out of the debate range just because of the fact I did debating for a while. It's exhausting. I mean, it really is. You got to come and bring, you're trying to argue your point. And again, there's no way to really prove somebody's, to prove somebody's knowledge of debating, because it's basically how well they convey it. Trivia is more cut dry. You either got it or you didn't. You know what I mean? So I would take an undercard match for sure. But I think just the sheer amount of preparation to go into a debate, I just can't.
And if you're welcome to, I know RJ's back in time for the Fatal 5-Way. If you want to co-host with them, you're more welcome to. I mean, obviously there's going to be 6 people in there, so we could switch it in and out for sure.
So we'll figure out when the time comes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really difficult. And we were talking the other day, and so RJ, this shit's not no joke. This shit's gonna be really, really. And you have all these competitors, first timers who are getting their title shot. Robert, Antonio, Derek, Chris, and myself, who all want that title. And there has to be an elimination every single round. We can't do it like the free-for-all where somebody got lucky. No, there's going to be one elimination per round. So, I mean, it's going to be a challenge.
Well, that does sound very terrifying. I'm shaking in my boots as you mentioned that. But I am hungry as well. I know my partner in other leagues, Antonio, is. I'm really looking forward to how that's going to play out. But how this match played out, we had a good one. We had a barn burner to the end. We had Christopher Day coming out on top, 7-4 over Russell Bell. I want to thank everybody here for joining us. I guess real quickly, we'll just go around the horn, say where everybody's at. Russell, where can people find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me Notorious by Chance. I do a podcast with Chance Ellison. I think we're on our 82nd episode. We just dropped on Stephen King's Children of the Corn. We're going to be doing Jennifer's Body, I think, coming up for our next podcast. But yeah, you can find us there. Facebook group is where we put up the polls to have people vote on what they want us to cover. And I mean, we've been at it for almost 3 years. Really proud of the work that we put into this. We had a couple Schmodown superstars come in and do episodes with us. We've had Dan Murrell, we've had Mike Kalinowski. So we're growing as a podcast, and I really like that. Guys can also find us Notorious by Chance on YouTube. We're going to try to start getting back to reviews and stuff like that. It's kind of hard with COVID and stuff like that and theaters closing. So we're going to try to do a late Tenet and or New Mutants review, just because those are the only two bigger ones that came out that people still talk about. But yeah, we're definitely going to put new content on there soon. So check us out there too.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it. And Christopher Day, where can good people find you around the interwebs?
Here at Titan Trivia, we have games on November 12th. So that will be up. It will be a 2-part event. You will have a debate match. You will probably have an undercard. And then the Fatal 5-Way is set. So we're excited about that. For filmmakers and people who like movies, please, there is a trailer coming out this upcoming week from a new film, Brother. It's about a vengeance film, about a man going for vengeance against the people who killed his brother. I'm very proud of this film. This was like a gritty 70s film I wanted to do with Out of the Furnace style. The trailer comes out this Thursday, so look forward to that. And then you guys can check it out on YouTube. I had an early screening for some friends and close friends and family, and it was really, 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 really well perceived. So I appreciate that. December 11th, that's when it comes out.
Sounds good. And for people who care about me, I'm just all around trivia leagues like this one and others. Robert Kastner. I'll be competing for geek title and some team titles, and obviously the Fatal 5-Way here. So that's where you can find me. Otherwise, I do have a podcast that I'm working on that will be coming out shortly, and I'll let you know.
Also, if you want to know, we have a kind of press conference where the competitors get to talk to each other for the Fatal 5-Way. And that will be on the Friday before Halloween. And, of course, my birthday is November 1st. That Friday, October 30th, we'll have the Fatal 5-Way panel. Basically, kind of like it's kind of like wrestling. We'll just have all 5 of the guys talk to each other. And basically, then we're going to give them the floor to talk about, why they think they should win. And Russell, you're more host if you want to. It's going to be a shit show, but...
Yeah, like I said, I'll have to see how my schedule works up that week, the week of that. Yeah.
All right. Well, it might be a shit show, but you never know. Could go off without a hitch. That's what I'm hoping for as well. So for everybody here, for Chris Day, for Russell Howe, my name is Robert Kastner, and thank you for joining us tonight. Look forward to all Titan trivia matches and content. Everybody remember to tip your waitress. Good night, everybody.